hard to think of a favorite part, but I have come away, I love the mantras. I loved learning those. That has got to be my favorite thing that I had no exposure to before. And now it's just become part of my life, part of my daily life. And I really enjoyed that. And the other thing I really enjoy is I love Ginger's personality. And so the training's infused with her, you know, with herself, which is, she really can't explain it to people. And also the friendships that we've made by being together for 9 months. It was really cool. I like that. I have had a tremendous spiritual growth, which I was a little hesitant at first because I had my own system and I was kind of leery of anything else. But I have come away with the feeling that it truly is all one, which is just amazing to me that I've come, I mean, I believe it, and it's just through this training is how I've come to know that, you know, through the acceptance and just through the exposure. And I realized that the tradition I grew up in was very rigid and very, we are right, they are wrong. And, you know, no.
I'm just really thankful to be here. I know things started off really weird with having a training and then not having the training. Then here I am being like, hey, I really want to do a training. So I'm very thankful for the opportunity that both of them and both of you guys gave. It's been a journey here. It's been a journey with the military. It's been a journey with my yoga practice. And I've become much more open to things and experiencing things than I ever thought I would. So I'm just thankful to be able to be on that journey with you guys, even if we may just touch bases and I go off somewhere else as the military does, but I will never forget this place. And I will never forget the home you opened up and all the knowledge I've gained and all the curiosities you've even awoken even more. So I can't be more thankful for just that opportunity. I like that I got everything. I got a little tasters of like Kundalini and Hatha and a little anatomy and a little of things I didn't even know existed, just all this stuff that I didn't even know I was missing and I didn't even know existed. And so it's great just to come and just be a sponge and absorb it all. Like I can get up and I can talk in front of people, but just the concept of mantra, and here I am basically like singing to a whole bunch of people and I'm the one leading it, I would never think I could do that. I always had that feeling where I would just sing in the car. I wouldn't ever sing in the shower, but it was just the car and had to be by myself. And here I am now mantraing in front of a whole bunch of other people, being much more comfortable with my own voice. That's not just do this, it's welcome to me.
I feel like I grew spiritually a lot, and also learning how to move my body in a way that I can continue that throughout the week. So it was a spiritual growth as well as just body awareness that I learned. My favorite parts was the root chakra, and also the third eye and crown chakras, because those are the chakras I operate in the most. So I was able to really understand why I react the way I do and how to unlock those blocks and how to lengthen my experiences so I can either get rid of it through the root chakra or release it through the crown chakra. So those are my favorite parts of the course, especially as instructors, teachers, or even healers, that we understand this process so that we can really get people into their bodies, understanding the process of how the Kundalini moves through each bandha, through each chakra, because it also humbles us and helps us to eradicate the ego. So I think that's the most important, for me, that's my spirituality with Kundalini yoga.
I have taken a lot of yoga trainings. I'm currently a 500-hour registered yoga teacher. And I took this training because I recognized that this is offering a lot of nuances that other trainings haven't quite touched on. So to me, this was a deeper dive into the science of yoga, a deeper experience of my personal practice and learning how to expand on that. And Ginger and Bob are just, they're a phenomenal couple. And to me, they bring together something that no other training has brought together before, in the level of depth that they provide, in the personal stories, and everything about them just exudes their practice. I mean, you can feel it, you can see it, it's totally authentic. And that is something that is so important. Money can't buy authenticity. There are a lot of yoga teacher trainings out there. I've been to a lot. And this one is really special. And there's something really profound about it. And if you want to really understand the power and the beauty of this practice, this training is a great way to get started on that path.
It's actually my second, and so I have really seen Ginger and Bob really grow. I used to go to Ginger's classes, and even though I was trained in back yoga and special need yoga, taught by physical and occupational therapists, I wanted the gray and the bigger, broader picture. And I really feel that I have received that, and so I feel much richer in my education.
As everyone else has said, one of the benefits from this yoga teacher training is the personal growth that you go on, and that is by intention, by design. And I think that's a good intention. I think it's a good design, because in order to be good yoga teachers, we need to be good yoga students. And so I love that philosophy, because I do view myself as a student of life. This particular training has been extremely challenging. Even though I worked with Ginger on the book, there were times when I was angry, there were times when I was sad, there were times when I felt like I was not good enough. But in the end, it gives you, or should I say, it helps you find your strength. So you know that you can always go to your mat and be at peace, or find that peace during your practice on your mat, during your sadhana. It gives you the inner strength, the physical strength, the stamina to deal with the things that we have to deal with in the world today, and to be a good yoga teacher and be that rock for other people who come to your classes.
I'm very thankful. I'm very full of gratitude. I think that they balance each other beautifully. I knew them before they got married. I knew them when they taught the first class, and they definitely balance each other. And they're just so respectful of each other. And that's just a beautiful thing to see. So, you know, I've seen their relationship and their love, and they just have a real passion for growing our yoga community and for growing all of us as a healthier global world, you know. So I say God bless them always.
To Bob and Ginger, I would just like to thank you, number one, for opening up your home to us every month. I would like to thank both of you just for your generosity in, you know, even the weekend you said we are not even going to have a cracker, you know, we had crackers. And I would just like to thank them for this. I mean, this is just an incredible outpouring of their energy, and I really appreciated it.
Ginger and Bob, I just want you guys to know that I do revere you, and I see you as my yoga mother and father, my spiritual and holistic leaders. I will always come back to this foundation because I was born out of this foundation. And thank you so much for everything you've done for me, for my family, the patience that you've had as you watch me grow from a fetus to now. I'm kind of like a lotus flower, and that takes patience, and I really appreciate it. Also, thank you for what you all are doing for the community, how you're healing us, and so that we can go out and help to encourage others. So I'm forever grateful, and namaste.
Ginger and Bob. I don't really have words for how I feel about what you guys have given me. You're over there in this training, but all I can say is Wahe Guru, because you both have touched my heart, you've touched my mind, you've touched every aspect of who I am, and you both have made me a much better teacher, a more authentic teacher, and a better human being. Thank you. Namaste.
I've known you for a few years now, and you are the most kind, most generous, most authentic people that I know. And Ginger, and actually Bob, you too, you both helped me through one of the most difficult times in my life. And I would not be the person I am right now if you had not come into my world. There's a reason, other than the fact I was always interested in yoga, that I sought you out at the Big Red Barn. I didn't know what it was at the time, but the bigger plan, you know, somebody knew, and so I can't even express how much that means to me. That you helped me when not very many people would or understood what I was going through, and you helped me in a way that allowed me to see the light in myself. And I'll never forget the moment at the retreat in Yogaville when our teacher said something about how we're not broken, and I looked at you and I said, oh my God, that's it. I'm not broken. This is just something I have to go through. And I'm so glad that I had that experience with you, because it made it so much easier. And I really, really appreciate that. You guys are really lights in the community. You're lights in all of our lives. You brought us together. We're friends now. I have lifelong friends, and I am eternally grateful for that. Namaste.